Welcome back, dear creatives. So I've joined my ashoke. Okay, so this is what it looks like, the 5 lines. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I also folded the edges. Please make sure to cut off all the excess thread so that your work will be neat and fine. So now we're going to the next step. We're going to attach this to our base. We'll set this aside for a minute. So we're going to be attaching that to the base now before we start forming our multi pleats. So now I'll fold my base into 2 equal parts this way, okay, and I'll mark the midpoint. This is my midpoint. I've marked it, okay. So can you see this is my midpoint here? So I'll be measuring 4 inches on each side from the midpoint. This is my midpoint. I measure 4 inches and then I mark. Okay, on this side too I measure 4 inches and then I mark. Okay, now this is to enable our crown sit properly on the autogele. It's going to give it a curve. Okay, it's going to give it a curve. All right, so now we know the midpoint right here, so we'll set this aside in a bit, and then we'll take our crown from the smallest parts of it, okay, the shortest parts. Can you see? Okay, so from the smallest part we're going to form our first pleats first. Okay, we're forming our first pleat. Remember, you can use 1/2 inch, you can use 1 inch. Okay, so I'll be using 1 inch right here. Okay, I'll be using 1 inch right here. So you fold it in this way, you mark your midpoint. After folding it in, you fold it this way also into 2 equal parts. You mark your midpoint here. After marking your midpoint, now you place it on your base, midpoint to midpoint. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Can you see? I've placed it midpoint to midpoint, and then I'll hold it down with my pin. So I'm going to take it to my machine and then I'll sew. Now take note, when sewing, the essence of this 4 inches is to know where you place your curve on your gele. Can you see what I've done? This is my 4-inch mark, so you place it like this. You sew straight from this 4-inch to this other 4-inch, and then from here you curve down. When you're sewing, you curve your ashoke down this way, and then you do the same for this part. Can you see it? Okay, so I'm just quickly going to do that, and then I'll come back to show you what it looks like.